You are watching Limited Resources Draft Series on MTGO Academy featuring Marshall Sutcliffe. If you'd like to exchange your Magic Online cards for event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, you can do so by trading MTGO Academy's official bot, Academy Buy Bot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
Hey guys, Marshall here from Limited Resources, and well, there's Cube or there's Triple Innistrad. I love them both, but Triple Innistrad is my actual favorite limited format ever, so I figured while it's here, I'll play it. I'm going to be taking a Slayer of the Wicked because it's a pretty wicked 2-for-1 most of the time when you play it, and this pack just kind of sucks. There's really nothing in this pack. Abyssinian Priest and Slayer I think are the two best cards here. So I'll take the Slayer and kind of take it from there. Hopefully we get to go deep and play some cool stuff, but it looks like maybe not. I mean, I think the best card here is Fiend Hunter. Gatstaff Shepherd is great. Chapelgeist is pretty strong. Pitchburn Devils is pretty strong. Geistflame can do a lot of work. Nothing really for us to go deep on here, though. So we're just going to stick with these two sort of value cards and see where that takes us. I mean, this format has some options that let you go way off the deep end if you want. And that's what really part of what made it great. But when it first came out, people weren't doing that yet. And there's still a lot of good options for cool plays. And I mean, look at it, 2-for-1, 2-for-1, like just right into each other is what we have right here. All right. Rage Thrower can be a good finisher. Ulvenwald Mystics is fantastic, and Abyssinian Priest is good. I really want these Mystics, to be honest, but because I think it's better than Priest, but man, just taking a white card feels like it's probably much smarter play, especially when this white card is actually quite strong as well. Yeah, I'll just take it. Not thrilled by the excitement level of our deck, but the power level is there. Oh, hello. Moan of the Unhallowed, yes please. I will take that here, and maybe we get Unburial Rights back too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There'll be 4 cards left. This one does not go in that many different decks. But Spidery Grasp will be there. Forest will be there. Probably Skeleton and the Curse, maybe? Yeah, so we probably won't get it back. There is a chance, though. Well, a small one. Oh, man, there's a Burning Vengeance. Whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, it deals 2 damage. I used that card to make day 2 at a GP when this was the format. That card. Yeah, I went pretty deep with that deck. I think here we probably just want a Selfless Cathar or a Blazing Torch. I think I like Blazing Torch a little better here. Scavenger. Oh man, Back from the Brink. Exile a creature card from your graveyard and pay its mana cost. Put a token on the battlefield. Man, I remember that one. You can do some dumb stuff with that card. I'm going to take it. I don't know if it fits with our theme, but I'm going to take it. Endless Ranks of the Dead. I remember this being unplayable. Yeah, unplayable. Rally the Peasants can do work. Abbey Griffin's okay. Runic Repetition. Yeah, that's part of the combo. Combo being Spider Spawning, the best deck. The coolest deck. Probably the coolest limited deck ever, at least in my era. Here, what do we want? There's really nothing exciting. Guess the Griffin? I'm just going to take Runic Rep. I don't care. I can only draft so many boring cards before I lose it. Sure, Unruly Mob. I'll take it. I think some things will be dying. Unruly Mob only cares that they are creatures. Some of these cards care more about humans, which was a big sub-theme. And here's an Abbey Griffin anyway. Or I could take a Sensory Deprivation, the Blue Swords to Plowshares. Let's take the Griffin, though. Well, we know when we're in one of our right colors. Chapel Geist this late, that is absolutely fantastic. Very happy to pick that up at this point. We need to kind of sort out what we want to do for the rest. So Back from the Brink is kind of insane. And as you can see, all right, so we got the Cathar. That was that pack, I guess. I didn't look. Yeah, that was that pack. But yeah, this is like just inevitability, basically. You just, anything that's in your yard, you just get to basically cast it, creatures-wise. But you need a good defense. You need to be set up. You need to go long game. You need to get some more creatures in your yard other than ones that just died. Ooh, is this a Dearly Departed? Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, that card's really good. It's just a super solid 6-mana bomb. And it happens to be on color. So we're going to windmill it. That's an easy pick for us. Haven't quite figured out where we're going with the rest of this, but we're probably like some type of human-themed deck, and then we'll either be blue or black, most likely. Oh, Skursdag High Priest. What did this do? Tap 2 untapped creatures, put a 5/5 black demon to... And then I have to have a creature have died that turn. I thought I remember that being pretty good, though. Avatar Ghoul's nice as well. But Deadweight might just be the pick. It's the easiest card to get going. So the problem with Skursdag High Priest is that you need a ton of creatures. Like, something has to die. It has to be able to tap. You have to tap it and the other 2 creatures, and then you get the big payoff. But getting the creature to die is the hard part. It's still, the power level is there. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for the big power level here. And here we have Doom Traveler, Smite the Monstrous, another Torch, a Corpse, and an Elder Cathar. Well, I like Doom Traveler quite a bit, and I think I'm going to take it, actually. Because I think it'll do the best with this Skursdag High Priest and then just the sort of general human theme that we have. And it's actually just a pretty good card. It's kind of funny. Smite the Monstrous is really good against some decks and pretty blanky against others. And then Blazing Torch and Elder Cathar are both playable, but, you know, maybe not exciting. All right, I like Typhoid Rats a lot. I like Abyssinian Priest a lot as well. And Silver Chase Fox usually pulls its weight. Nevermore, not so much. Not the kind of card you want to be playing in Limited. Typhoid Rats or a Priest? They actually serve a similar role, interestingly. I guess I'll take the Priest. It's a human. I think I can get a little more value out of it. So Spectral Rider or Divine Reckoning, which looks like it might be sweet, but it's actually not. It's not that sweet at all. Dark Thicket Wolf, I think, is the best card in the pack. Spectral Rider is really disappointingly not a human. I could also take a Traveler's Amulet in case I wanted to splash. The pick is probably Spectral Rider here, though. Otherwise, I could take Dark Thicket Wolf and try to be green. Rider's just okay. It's really not that great. Like, Skursdag High Priest and Moan are pretty good, but I think I'm actually going to hedge back over to the Dark Thicket Wolf here. If we don't run it, okay, I can live with that. Oh, Mind Shrieker. Oh, man, that card is so cool. Cool. You can target yourself. You can just go off with that card. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to fit into what we're doing here. I mean, I could take it. We just don't have any blue cards to really back it up. Our black is much better. Even our green is. So is it a Rats or a Cannibals, I think is the question. Probably a Rats. I mean, Cannibals goes pretty well, but Rats is just better overall, so I'll take the Rats. Ultra's Reap is interesting. I'm going to take it here. If we do end up in a somewhat stalled board state, we can use it to get a creature in the bin and make our Skursdag High Priest active. Oh, here's another way we can do that. With a Disciple of Grizzlebrand. So we got a little morbid sub theme going here. I like a rebuke here, I think. Pretty easy. Rebuke in this deck should be good. Don't really have enough zombies for Ghoul Caller's Chant. So I think we just take Urgent Exorcism. Usually a good sideboard card. All right, Smite the Monster is probably in the board as well. Nothing really here. And the Divine Reckoning came back, so it looks like the people at our table know what's going on, which is annoying. Sometimes you'll get a table where you come back to one of these flashback drafts and they just have no clue. They're like, what's this? I'll try it. And they just, you know, they don't have the more complex cards really sussed out. And Divine Reckoning is, I mean, when it first came out, people thought it would be pretty sweet. Turns out, kind of not. Wow. Last pick, Traveler's Amulet, though. That is interesting. I cannot imagine. I don't remember what else was in that pack, but I cannot imagine that goes last. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, so what do we have here? Wow, we've got a pack. Boy, do we have a pack. There's a Butcher's Cleaver. Card is pretty unbeatable with humans, and we've got a decent amount of humans. These first two are, these two are, this is a human. This is actually a human as well. Disciple's a human too. And then this guy's not. This isn't. This is. And we actually have a lot of humans that might just need to take Butcher's Cleaver, but we've got a lot of great options here. Selfless Cathar, Victim of Night, Chapel Guys. Specifically, these two are really strong. Ghoul Razor can even be pretty good, but you know, Victim of Night is 50-50 removal, call it. Like it doesn't hit all the things you want to hit, but it definitely hits a lot of them. But Cleaver is really, really, really hard to beat, and I'm going to take it. It's just, if you're the humans deck, it absolutely can wreck you. It can put such a beating on any type of race situation. I think I like Geist Catcher's Rig here. This is one of those cards that looks a little dirtily, a little maybe not too great, but it actually performs really, really well in practice. All right, here's a Bell Ringer. Oh, Mausoleum Guard. It gets the tokens, right? Yeah, I like that one quite a bit. I'll take that. I mean, I'm a little sad about some of these good green cards. Gatstaff Shepherd's very good. Travel Preparations is amazing. But we keep getting just good enough picks to to feel okay about where we're at. Take an Elder Cathar here. That works well with multiple things we have, including our sacrifice outlets. Can throw counters around it. Jeez, this is ridiculous. This is just stupid. This should not back to back. Come on. Maybe we should splash it. I can. I have a Traveler's Amulet. God, that card is so good. It's not as good on curve, though. I'd probably just take the Bell Ringer. Hopefully just nobody's in that deck because, yeah, that card is absurd. All right, not a lot here. Guess I'll take this Griffin just in case Flyers end up becoming really good in some matchup or something. Same thing with Silver Chase Fox is fine. We're like so heavy on creatures, though. I wish we had a little more removal, I guess. Feeling of Dread. This card's really good. We'll play that. We might even play it. Probably still not worth playing the Amulet in an island just to flash it back, but if we had anything else, which I don't think we do, Curse, Runic Rep, Brink is double blue, so no, we don't. Like if we had one Silent Departure or something like that, we could probably justify splash for that and for this. Okay, I'll take another Selfless Cathar. I mean, it's a little better with tokens, but with our sacrifice theme, it might actually be pretty good. Don't want another Abbey Griffin, I don't think. Although it is pretty nice with a Cleaver. I think we want like a Rage Thrower. Take that in case some matchup gets crazy. None of these really do much. All right. Need to make a few cuts here. But we've got a pretty decent deck, almost mono white with a little bit of black, but some of our better cards for sure. Moan and Skurstag High Priest are both excellent. But we've got a good amount of humans. So let's see. Human, spirit. These are all humans. You are too, so are you, so are you. Both of you are. Doom Traveler and the Cathars. So, yeah. Why is this not? Oh, there we go. We've got tons of humans. So these are all human, which are great. I mean, it works well with Butcher's Cleaver. If it's a human, it has lifelink, which just basically means it's just a complete house. And then like Elder Cathar, when it dies, you get to put 2+1/+1 counters on a human or just one on a non-human. So that's good. It works with Dearly Departed. As long as it's in our yard, our humans get a counter, which is kind of insane. So yeah, we have a heavy human sub-theme here. Need to make a couple of cuts. I think we can cut one Abbey Griffin pretty easily here. We're not really comboing off with it anyway. Rebuke is not great in our deck, but I do feel like we want it. Like we're a little more combo-y than just straight aggressive. Like we're going to try to be kind of humaning out and maybe making it 5/5 or whatever, tapping things down. Like Rebuke is mediocre, but I think it's important. And I think the Altar's Reap is important enough too, as it's our only source of actual card draw. We have card advantage, but it's our best source of card draw. And it can help enable things like the High Priest. We really do actually want a lot of creatures for a deck like this anyway. But I need to get rid of one. And it's probably just this other Abbey Griffin. Let's just do that. All right, so add some lands. I think this is going to be a 10/7 or even 11/6. I mean, we need 10, but like the only ones that really are painful for our mana are right here at 3. And we have 10 white sources. Like we should be totally fine. And the 7 should let us cast our other stuff kind of when we want. I think our mana is pretty safe. All right, so let's see what this human deck can do.
Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any MTGOacademy.com page.
All right, here we are in the first round, and we've got a keep. We're on the draw here. And we've got a pretty nice little curve out. Ooh, even better. I'm going to go ahead and just play the Selfless Cathar here. You don't really need to run the Blazing Torch out there until you're ready to fire it off a lot of times anyway. Oh no, Geist Flame, my guy. That's brutal. But we've got more. And yeah, I like this curve a lot. Butcher's Cleaver is a great rip for us as well. As it just, if he's going to try to aggro us out or whatever with black-red creatures, we get to just race him. It looks like that's not his plan. So I think I'm just going to attack here. And I think I'm just going to actually use this turn to run the Butcher's Cleaver out. I think it's the most efficient use of our mana. We're missing a land drop here. I could play a Blazing Torch and a Doom Traveler and equip the Torch, which isn't bad. It does use up all of our mana. But our end goal here is to get this Cleaver onto something. We don't have to do it next turn, but we do want to get it hooked up on something. Yeah, probably this is the best plan because we can just jam it into a creature and have it trade. This is an issue, of course. All right, Tormented Pariah. So this one becomes a 6/4. So I can equip an attack here if I want, but I don't love that plan. I think I'd rather just Blazing Torch and just kill this. Which one's more important? I guess this Selfless Cathar is more important. Is there any pump spell I'm worried about? I don't think so. I'll just kill it. I can't remember a spell that punishes me there, but like, what's really my upside? It's not like my opponent's going to windmill slam some enchantment on it or something. I just be realistic. Just kill the thing. All right, opponent does nothing. And we draw nice. That is an interesting draw. So we can play High Priest and Selfless Cathar and actually just set it up for next turn. So I'm going to do that. He's probably going to use the Geist Flame to kill the Selfless Cathar. Well, let's attack. Yeah, let's just attack. I'm not in a hurry to get this Cleaver equipped. I could force the issue. I could have equipped here and really kind of just made him use his Geist Flame there. But this does play around it a little better, and he might just do nothing for his turn, which I think is acceptable. Takes it. Good. So now he's got to be real careful. Like, he needs to kill that. All right, he has Victim of Night. Sure. That I can accept. We have a Cleaver. He does not. Pitchburn Devils. That seems like a fine target for our Fiend Hunter. Though I do have other options. I can equip up the Doom Traveler and tap down the Pitchburn Devils. But I think this is fine. I'm just going to hold back the Selfless Cathar, I think. Guess if he kills it, I don't... Do I just let him? Yeah, you know what? I think I do. Because if he wants to kill something or leave up his mana, I can just equip the Butcher's Cleaver to something else. If he wants to kill it now, then I know I can equip to the Doom Traveler. Cultist. What does this do? Sack a creature. It deals 2 damage to target creature player. Okay. I accept. So what do I want to equip to here? I can put it on the Fiend Hunter, but it's kind of all my eggs in one basket. I think I'd rather just have it on the Doom Traveler. And I'll set a stop on his upkeep. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we need to tap this thing down on his upkeep. It lets him get value from his Guy's Flame, but... Oh, it's non-human. Whoops. Forgot that this is a human. Welcome back to the format. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I guess we do get to leave this up, though, which is nice. Crossway Vampire. All right. Something can't block, but I can tap that down. Sure. You're not attacking anyway. I don't care if he gets value from his Guy's Flame. It just leaves me with another target, basically. This way he doesn't get to... Ooh! Vampire, wolf, or zombie. Not shaman, though. Alright, just attack with Doom Traveler. He might just kind of time walk me with Guy's Flame here, which... Probably just sack the Cathar to keep my Doom Traveler alive. His options are not great. Like he can not take damage this turn, no problem, if that's what he wants. But what he really wants to do is get Pitchburn Devils back, I think. The problem is I can tap it. Because like a play he can make here is sack this, do 2 to that, Geist Flame this, get back Pitchburn Devils. So he's going to basically need to find another creature. Yeah, I think I just need to leave up Selfless Cathar kind of forever here. So let's play the Fox, because it can actually start attacking. And leave up Tap and Selfless Cathar. Slayer of the Wicked can kill this Vampire, but the Vampire doesn't really do anything right now anyway. If we play Slayer of the Wicked to kill it, he'll just get value from his Cultist. Alright, so he's going for it, and he's going to kill the Priest. So, yeah, we just sack this. Don't know, because Geist Flame he doesn't have the ability to do anymore. So I'm not sure what his plan is after that. But I'll trade an activation and a Crossway Vampire for my Selfless Cathar here, of course. All right, he didn't have a plan. I like that. All right, now I think he's going to go ahead and kill my Priest. Or I mean my Fiend Hunter. And he needs to kill both. This just doesn't really work out for him. So I think I still have attacks here. Like he still has the same play where he can sack this thing to this, do 2 to this, Geist Flame it to get back Pitchburn Devils, but then I can just tap it down. Then the next turn he can tap it, sack it to kill something and kill another something, and that would actually work. I think that's probably his best line here. Especially while I'm not actually getting value for my Slayer. I will just play it though. I mean, it starts to become a Butcher's Cleaver situation where if he kills my stuff, as long as I have anything to throw the Cleaver on, I'm happy. This card's problematic for our deck just because we have very few ways to reach out and just kill it. But it's also very clunky and slow, and as you can see from his draw, like he didn't really have a great draw here, so not enough creatures to really take full advantage. So I'll attack like this. All right, he's given up on that plan. He's just going to try to take no damage this turn. I don't blame him. Let's just get Slayer on the battlefield here. Okay. Nothing I can do there. Don't think... I mean, that matters. But the spirit is going to be a big issue for him. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I just equip up the spirit here. And then what happens then? If I attack with everything, what happens? He doesn't actually need to kill the spirit. So if I attack with this and this, he can block. Yeah, I think I can attack with those two for sure. I don't want to attack with this because then he can get back his Pitchburn Devils, which is good for him. If I attack with this, it's an easy block here. He kills this, he only takes 3, so I'm just going to attack with these two. I think his play is pretty straightforward. I think his play is to block with Stromkirk Patrol and then sack it to kill the spirit. But that doesn't really put him in a great spot because I still get to keep my Slayer in that scenario. Yeah, that's what he did. Guess I do that. Both of these having 2 toughness is definitely awkward. Oh, sweet. All right, now I think I just jam with the team. His most obvious play is to block here, sack and kill this. If he's got a real removal spell, this is kind of a real removal. He has to use his cultist to kill this. Which gives him back his guy, but leaves him... It leaves me with 1 creature and him on empty. Oh, no. Actually, no, that's not true. If he fires off... Let's see if he remembers. If he fires off his Geist Flame on my Unruly Mob, then he actually is in a decent spot here. Like, he didn't. Yeah, he blew it. Well, that was pretty lucky. Because if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, kill Unruly Mob, it's dead. He blocks one of these, kills the other one with the Pitchburn Devil activation. And he's actually in a decent spot. Like, where we're both top decking. I mean, I've got an advantage, I think, with the Butcher's Cleaver and being at 28-2. But he's just going to kill the mob, but he's left me with... And he's... Wait, isn't he just dying here then? Oh, no, he blocked, right. Okay. All right, suit up. Your move. Now, like, every creature in our deck is good for us, just every single one. But him drawing Geist Flame, Geist Flame was quite strong for him there. All right, what can we do? What does this do? Creatures you control gain protection from non-human creatures. That could be a thing, but probably isn't. This isn't great against him. We saw one target. I think I want Abby Griffin over like a Selfless Cathar. No, definitely don't want that. Didn't see enough to really make that worth it. The Blazing Torch is a big game. I mean, basically, I just don't want to... I think I'll probably go for another Abby Griffin over, say, a Typhoid Rats. I just don't want to get Geist Flamed out. Like, if he's getting literal 2-for-1s on all of his Geist Flames, then we're going to fall behind. But if I just cast Abby Griffins that don't die to Geist Flames and kind of make him come up with a little bigger thing, I mean, his deck did not seem aggressive to me. And I think our 1-drops take a hit there. This is an easy keep. Because Doom Traveler we keep in because if he Geist Flames it, we can shrug. And say, fair enough, half a card for half a card. Rig is interesting. Chapel Guys should be good against him. 3 toughness is excellent. That's why it's way better than the Spirit. What is this? Riot Devils? Sure. I'm just going to play the Chapel Geist here. Tormented Pariah, not a problem. We will be playing spells for quite a while here. So let's fight. And yeah, Abby Griffin. No attack at all? That's interesting. I would have at least sent with this guy, I think. He wants to get his Pariah flip, but he's going to be pretty unhappy with what happens here because we're going to play 2 creatures. I guess we play Cathar here. Just in case we want to Altars Reap it away, you know, for some reason. Then we battle. Now, if he's got a burn spell or something on one of these, he's got Victim of Night. All right, well, let's get our value. Man, we've played 2 spells, so his guy's going to flip back. And we'll probably just take the hit. Like, it's tempting to trade Elder Cathar for Pariah because we can put 2 counters on a Doom Traveler. But if he has any removal to kill our Traveler, then we get no value, and that's pretty lame. Although it looks like he doesn't have it because he wants to protect. I'll take that. Ooh, Falconwrath Noble. That's a good one. Fortunately for him, it will not be on the battlefield for very long. Boom. Yeah, I think I would like to do that. Rig doing work. Falconwrath Noble, one of the best cards. Kind of in the whole block, really. A card just does so much work. And for us to be able to just snap 2-for-1, it is a big deal. Yeah, I think I still just attack there. He's left up the red mana. He could have the Geist Flame pretty easily there. And I don't know. It's not a huge risk. I mean, I could always just put it on the Griffin, I suppose, but holding it back keeps this thing back too. I'm going to have a priest to lock this down and lock this down if it flips. Well, speaking of a priest. So he's going to cash in his Riot Devils for our Abbey Griffin at some point here. All right, now he has not, it doesn't have red mana up, so I can get a little more aggressive. Well, Rig is hitting the red zone. We know that. Abbey Griffin's hitting the red zone. I'm trying to decide if I should attack with Elder Cathar. He blocks here, but then I can make this a 3/3 or this a 3/3, which gets them both out of Skurstag Cultist range. He can basically pick these off at will, but I mean, he's one for oneing, here and there. This isn't a good target for it, and he'll kill our Griffin, which is annoying though. The Griffin's pretty important to our game plan. So I think I will go ahead and attack with it, actually. It just makes his life a lot harder. If he has to use half a Geist Flame on it, that's bad for him too. Don't normally like throwing away a card here, but the Cultist is a big deal. And our Abbey Griffin is too. It's our main win condition here. Right now, this priest doesn't actually tap anything outside of the Riot Devils down. Okay, that's going to lock down the rig, at least until he sacks it to kill our Griffin. So he can kill the priest and the Griffin at the same time. I'll make him do it. We could use a spell here. So I guess he's kind of forced though here to sack the Devils to tap this, or to sack this to kill this, or this just to kill the Griffin now. This is actually an interesting spot because if he lets me untap, I can tap Pitchburn Devils down, which doesn't give him a good block for the rig. Because his ideal turn is block the rig, sack it, kill Griffin, or double block the rig and just have it die and then kill the Griffin. But if I tap it down, then he just has to just hard sack it to kill the Griffin, but that leaves the way for the rig to get through. So I think he's got to kind of make his move here. He's not happy about it, though. Right, he's decided to pass a turn, though. So let's see what we draw. Something sweet. 5/5 flyer. Silver Chase Fox. Doesn't do much here. All right, so let's tap down the Devils. Kind of force the issue here. You let that happen. And that's going to let me attack with Rig and Griffin. So I'm assuming he's going to want to sack these Devils to get rid of this. He is. Okay. So he gets rid of those, but he takes 4, and he's still not in a great spot. Though I have to say, our spot is slowly dwindling away here as well. Okay, so that thing becomes a 6/4, and we just draw another priest. All right, I think we just play it. Because now I can tap this down. It kind of forces him to trade the Riot Devils for the priest. He doesn't have a great attack with this because we threatened to bash back with the rig, which can certainly do some work. All right, he's going to take care of the priest right now. Oh, no, he's going to take care of the rig. Yikes. What is this? He's going to take care of all of our guys. Except for the Doom Traveler token. Oh, no, that actually doesn't kill the rig. Huh. Forgot. It's got 5 toughness. Oh, he's got Geist Flame as well. All right. We'll take this and hopefully draw our Cleaver. Cleaver. Slayer of the Wicked. Doesn't kill devils. Target zombie, werewolf, and this is not a werewolf. It is a werewolf. Forgot that it was a werewolf when it was flipped face up as well. I will take that. Now we have a lethal attacker on the ground. Okay. So he's going to kill our Slayer, no longer lethal. And we're racing. We win the race. Also, just any spell is great for us. Because he's going to Geist Flame us next turn. Spell? Sort of. Well, this isn't ideal. That was one of our weakest spells. It was a spell. I'm happy we drew it. But he can Geist Flame to pick off something here. Probably the Spirit. No block. So now if he has like a creature of any sort, he's in good shape. And he does. We will force the block. No, actually, he can lethal us. So we need to draw a spell here. All right. Gain a life. Actually, so we don't need to draw a spell here. Oops, I thought it was 2. It's only 1. So 1. Go up a bit here. Ugh, that's brutal. So I think we attack. Blocks or becomes blocked. Oh, never mind. Wow, I forgot that it did it on both. Okay, well, we're pretty dead here. He's not going to kill us this turn. The torch gives it to the creature, so it doesn't get the job done. So we take that, hope that he bricked, and then hope we draw our equipment. Mausoleum Guard. Mausoleum Guard's actually interesting here. We get to gain 2 life at instant speed. Oh, really? Oops. Brutal. He did draw a spell. We get to gain the life instead of him, but this ensures that we die. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think we just needed one more spell to win this game. You can just sack that thing to kill us now, though. Okay. So I like our sideboard plan with the Abbey Griffins because those also get around his flashback spell, the Rolling Tumbler. He still hasn't really shown us much for this. No, I think we're okay. Is that Scursdag Cultist? That's the thing that's been pretty annoying, though. Like I said, I think we were 1 spell away. I think if we draw 1 more spell during the course of that game, kind of anything at any point, we win. Also, if we draw something a little stronger than the sack outlet guy there on that last turn, I think we have a shot. If we draw something with like 3 toughness or whatever, I think we're in good shape. I would like to play first. I think I can keep this. This is a little awkward, but this we should be able to cast at some point, and having both of these is okay. Actually, really hope we draw a black mana source here, because this changes the game a lot. Hey, we did. Let's play the priest. Playing the priest gets to play around Geist Flame. So now I can play Disciple, but he probably picks it off. I guess I can't really have it all, so I am just going to play the Disciple here. I can live with this if he picks it off. I mean, he has a lot of Geist Flames. They're going to kill some of our stuff. I'd rather have him kill that than Unruly Mob. I'd rather give myself the setup, the chance to at least go off. Interloper. Oh, sweet rip. Wow, that was lucky. Can't block, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was just super lucky. Now, he could board sweep us and put himself in a pretty good spot, but it doesn't take that much longer until we get to do this. We've already got all but one of the mana on board for it. And if he doesn't have it, then we're in good shape. Yeah, it looks like he missed a land drop here too. Yeah, I'm still all in here, I think. How do we win if he sweeps us next turn? We just play Moan. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. It sucks if we get swept off, but I think that's just the risk you have to take. Like, all right, so he doesn't have it. Because if he did, he wouldn't use Geist Flame. But this way we kill him in 2 turns, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 14. Yeah, we just tear him up. And we're actually quite close to being able to flashback Moan as well. He's got Brimstone. Yeah, that matters. That adds an entire entire turn to his clock. At least theoretically. We were going to kill him in 2 turns. Now we have to kill him in 3. But getting this back in is going to be pretty rough for him unless he draws his sweeper, which he clearly doesn't have in his hand now, but could easily top deck. Sack that thing because even though it's a 1 damage difference, we still have lethal here. And if he plays like a 2-3, I want to be able to tap it down. Torch. Well, he's dead on board, so he's got something. because he could have equipped the torch and killed something to stay alive for a turn. But he didn't. So we'll see what he has. It is Harvest Pyre. And that's a pretty good rip right there, because this gets around the sweeper and most forms of removal. All right, we got there. So that was a close one. I think that matchup was not great for us. Double Geist Flame deck with all the removals, pretty tough. I mean, we've got some nice synergies, but that's pretty tough. We'll see you guys in the next round.
Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out MTGO Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than one event ticket.
All right. We have a very easy keep here. Unfortunately, we're on the draw again, which it could be bad or good. I mean, we're really not that aggressive, so having the extra card's probably decent. Oh, good. More of this. This hand is sweet as all hell, though. Just a nice little curve out here. Disciple's obviously not, super awesome. Now he's hedging a little, predicting himself getting crushed. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Our deck's pretty good, but I've had much, much better decks in this format. Then again, I've drafted this format infinite. All right, let's make a guy. Not an exciting one, but it'll do. We can combo off with Fiend Hunter if we really need to get rid of something. Ah, Village Cannibals. I see. Whenever another human creature dies, so that actually counts for that thing. I think I'm just going to get the Geist roll in here, though. It's a much better attacker than the Fiend Hunter, and even though we can get in a couple of damage here, I have a feeling that Village Cannibals is not going to be the card that defeats us. All right, so we can't really get around the Cannibals, so it's just going to have to be the Geist attacking here. We can't get around them yet, I should say. But we can only get in for a couple of damage. And the reason I'm not going for the Fiend Hunter there is just because we get rid of this, but then any creature that he plays blanks this, this, and this effectively anyway. So we're not really getting anywhere. I'd rather use it on whatever, like on his follow-up play. This is fine. He's going to attack with it. Actually tempted to block with the Doom Traveler here. Get a token. Play Fiend Hunter. Get rid of Village Cannibals, which will be a 3/3. And then be able to attack for a hell of a lot. I'm going to do that. Oh, Rebuke. That kind of changes things. Though for this turn, I don't think it does. So what I can do is, if I want, I could sack it here, and then it would get rid of this thing forever. But I think actually just having the human is like, I think having the creature is totally worth it this time, so we'll just keep it. And whack him for a bunch. And this will probably make him think twice about attacking with the Night Revelers. Oh. But if he does, that's okay. Can't really do much there. Though he's not attacking, which I suppose is a good thing. Ooh, that swamp being gone is pretty yucky when we draw our one double black spell. Okay, well, let's just fight here. And yeah, I guess we'll just play a land and say go. All right, that's annoying. He's got 4 cards, 3 cards. Stromkirk Patrol. All right, well, we'll rebuke something here. He'll start attacking. Get rid of that. And we drew a land. Unfortunately, it wasn't a swamp, putting us just infinitely out of range here. Okay, twins. And he's not going to attack, so we're okay. Rig. Rig is good. Yes, Rig was actually just a sweet rip. It'll hold off those Stromkirk patrols, even be able to attack. Yeah, drawing our 6-drop there. We've only got 2 of them. That's just a great draw. Oh, Altar's Reap too? Jeez. Really need that swamp back. So the question is, do I attack with Geistcatcher's Rig? I'm just trading there. There's not really a big point to that, I suppose. Not when I have like 2 Abyssinian priests and that kind of thing floating around. I can just draw one of those, tap one of these down, and get a clean attack in with the Rig. Cannibals. Okay. That makes our Altar's Reap potentially slightly awkward, but I'll take it. So I can do some things here. I can play the Elder Cathar, immediately sack it to get a 1 counter on the Spirit token, and that cuts our clock in half effectively. It makes this a little bigger, but it doesn't get through the Rig anyway. And I think I'm going to go for it. Because he's not racing us as it sits, and me getting in for 4 turns in a row is entirely possible. Like, if he just draws lands and or ground creatures, then we can win. If he draws removal, we're in a rougher shape. But like that, like this doesn't do anything. Gonna send in the clown. What am I missing something? I think I will block. Unless I'm missing something. He's just regenerating it, right? Regenerating it again. All right, he's just showing off. Did I miss something? All right, he's just being extra sure. All right, let's get Unruly here. Unruly Mob. Do you change anything? Attack, attack, attack. I can get in for 2 extra damage. Because he decided to attack, I can actually reduce the clock even further here. And he would block a bunch of things and make my Unruly Mob huge. But yeah, I don't think it's actually a big reason to. But that attack of his could have cost him. Crew and Outlaw. Ooh, that's a good one. First strike, but then if it flips, it gets double strike. And werewolves, including this one, you got to double block them. Now, it won't really matter here, but... All right, there's a swamp, so that actually helps too. This is going to grow his cannibals, but it'll also grow an Unruly Mob, and maybe we can hit something here that can win us the game. Not immediately. Okay. So he's got to find an answer right now. And he does. And he does. Interesting. Do we have a game here now? We might. This Skursteg High Priest. Oh. Well, now you got to find an answer to this one, too. It's got really sweet artwork, too. I'm a little sad. He's tapping mana. He's going to attack with everything. I like your style. Jam. All right, so we are going to set up some blocks here, I think. Let's see, whenever another human dies, he doesn't have any other humans except for this. I guess we don't need to do that. All right, so let's unblock there. But we are blocking. Probably here. Here, actually, you know what? I think I don't block with that at all. That probably makes the most sense. Yeah, we just take some damage here, right? We take 4, 8, 9, 10. No problem. Trade a little life total for some board position here. And now he's got so much work to do. It's insane. He doesn't have it. All right. Now this matchup seems a little better for us. Smite is 4 power, right? Yeah. And we saw 4 things that did that, 3 things. So that's pretty easy. What was less good against him? Probably this Selfless Cathar, I guess. Yeah. This matchup seems better. It's a similar deck to what we played in the first round, but it doesn't have as much removal. The other guy had way more removal sitting around, and this one looks like a little bit worse removal and maybe not quite as much of it. Especially those really annoying Geist Flames. Those will pick apart a deck like ours, and in a pretty efficient way where he can get legit 2-for-1s. This opponent seems to be playing a little bit more traditional style removal, so hopefully won't be as punished. All right, Rats, Bellringer. Yeah, we'll keep this. This is a kind of hand that our deck makes, I guess. Ugh, why so many stupid swamps? We need plains. Yikes. Let's see if he flips this. He might just want to flip it and just get aggro. No, he doesn't. Oh, he's attacking? Don't I just double block here? He first strikes this, and then this kills it. Or he first strikes this, and then this kills it. Right? Am I missing something here? misread it. All right, well, I'll take it. I will take it. Going to attack here too, because I can kind of blow him out with Bellringer on multiple levels. If he blocks and trades, then I can flash in Bellringer because he thinks, well, I'll just get this Cathar off the battlefield right now, and then that way I don't get value out of it or whatever, but I could actually just get him. In this case, I'm going to play the Priest, though, so I can Bellring later. And he's got Night Revelers. All right. I'm taking it. All right, so Rig is going to do good work here. But for now, let's see, 1, 2, 3. For now, I think I can just attack. So I'm trying to decide if I should attack with the Priest. I can definitely get an extra damage, and I can still Bellring and then tap down the Revelers. That does seem fine. I kind of wanted to try to get him, but this works too. If he into the Maws, one of my planes, it would be pretty annoying because it would strand the Chapel Geist, but I do have 10 in the deck, 8 more out of 28 cards. I'm going to draw one. I'll get it down eventually. It's not the end of the world. It's just annoyance. Yeah, I drew it anyway. So what you're saying is I can get in for a damage here. Pretty unexciting. So I'm just going to slam Rig here and just ship. And I'm going to try to go with Rig and Chapel Geist to kind of grind him down. No great attacks here. He can trade here if he wants. I can go for this, but then I kind of got all my eggs in one basket. If he's got a removal spell, takes out the Bellringer, and kind of left with not much of a board here. Ooh. All right, now we're getting spicy. I will be attacking now. All right, I think I just go ahead and get aggressive here. Tap this down. Send the team. It's going to take it. Okay. So this thing says, choose target creature or player. You do that first, and then you mill 3, and it deals damage equal to the highest converted mana cost. So he can go to my dome. He can hit me for like 6 here and try to kill me that way. But he's got to be really careful because I've got a nice crackback. So what it'll probably do is activate at target like this and just try to kill it to make sure that he kind of knows where he's at. And then leave up the skeleton or something because I have to double tap to get around the skeleton. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, he's going to try to kill the Geist, and he's likely to do so. And he revealed... Well, I guess it's not telling me, but it looks like it was yeah, I guess I just look here. So it was Cannibals. And he's got Corpse Lunge for our tapper too. All right, so that was a pretty huge turn for him. but he's actually still facing lethal. So he could attack with the Night Revelers to keep the pressure up, but he's going to have to chump block if he does. All right, he is committed to the chump block. We will be doing the same. Ooh, High Priest. So, if we play the High Priest, so if we attack with everything, he chump blocks here, 4, 5, 6, 7. He takes 3. He goes to 4. We play the High Priest. He pays 4 mana to activate the punishment, killing the High Priest. Then he hits us for 6, and if he draws a land, he activates this again and probably kills us. So the other line to take here is to attack with the Rig and the Cathar, leaving back the Bellringer and the High Priest. And the Bellringer's much harder to get through. The Rig is way too risky for him to target. This is interesting. He needs to hit a land, and he needs to hit a 3 and then a 2 and then another 2 at least. If he bricks on either, if he hits like land, 1 drop or land, then we win. And if he doesn't have a land, then he can't do any of that. Also, if we let him keep if we attack with just this and this, and he keeps the Manor Skeleton, then his turn is actually pretty sweet. So I think I am just going to jam here. Because this gets the skeleton off the table and kind of forces his hand. It makes him have at least another land. It also makes him not whiff. Like he has to get there in every way. All right, so there's the priest. You have your plan, sir. It's entirely possible that we lose the game here. That would not be shocked at all if that happened. All right, he had the land, so stage 1 complete. Now he just activates targeting this and then activates targeting us. And if it's 2 and 2, then he can kill us. So this is where we just cross our fingers. I'm glad that we have that fox around because that can take care of that. All right, so did he hit? He did not? Oh, he targeted me. Oh, wow. So he just wanted to try to hit me for 2. I guess it's the same thing. Though, oh no, he did hit me. Okay, I see. So he did hit me. He hit me for 4? Yes, he hit me for 4 with this Avatar Ghoul. All right, that makes sense. So he's just trying to grind me out here. We need a spell. Unruly Mob, that's a pretty good spell. So if I attack with everything, I'm kind of screwed, but I can attack with Rig. Yeah, we're dead here, though. Because he's going to keep this Gurstag cultist alive. All right, let's play the Unruly Mob because something might die. But we are dead. Yeah, we're going to die. So what's going to happen is like we're going to attack. He's going to chump block here. Then on his turn, he gets to activate this twice and do 2 to us. So he just has to hit a 2 out of like the top 6 cards of his library. It's not hard at all. So is there any way that I can force more action here is the question. So if I attack him, he chump blocks this, he eats this, and he takes 3, but that's not enough to kill him. That sucks. All right, so it's just the Rig. And he's going to chump block with the Hound. And I think he's got us here. I can make a 5/5. Tap 3 things and have 2 left. I guess that's worth it. We have a 4 toughness and a 5 toughness thing. None of this should really matter, but you know, we might as well play correctly to the end here. And I think this is correct. We put up a lethal attacker on the incredibly slim chance that he bricks twice. He needs to hit like 6 cards need to be like, and he can't have any burn spells or anything either. It needs to be like land, 1 drop. Like that's kind of where we're at. All right, here he goes. Targeting me. And we just die anyway. Falconwrath Noble. All right. Well, we have the tools to beat that. We could play Urgent Exorcism. Though it really is only killing that enchantment. I don't think he has any spirits. That's pretty not awesome. And we already have a Silver Chase Fox in the main, which I think is going to do a good job. Question is, like, do we want... Torch is good against him. Rats is great against him. Yeah, I think we're okay. We need to draw that Butcher's Cleaver. We've only drawn it in that one game. We won that game with it. And I think we would win most of the games that we draw it in. It would have been sweet in that game. Hey, we drew it. Do we have any creatures, though? No. I'm still going to keep. I think we have, what, a 19 creature deck here? Like, we just need to draw a couple to make this hand work. I'm going to go ahead and play the Torch out, though. Just make sure we get our mana correct. Yeah, I just like basically any creature here. Plus, we have a lot of time to do it because we need to set up Cleaver and all that kind of stuff. There's a guy. Doom Traveler, and I'll torch him up. He's got a, what is this, a traveling stick? No, it looks like a spear and a torch. So he is well equipped for his journey. And we've got Altars Reap Butcher's Cleaver. This is pretty good, actually. Probably just going to Altars Reap it away. Once he interacts with it at all. There's a skeleton. Could take that out. Let's see what we draw. Selfless Cathar. Probably just want to kill this, actually. I think this is the right play. All right, I'm going to Altars Reap here. Because I think that we'd rather have the cards in a random 1/1 that's not really doing much at the moment. And we got to do it now so he doesn't get the bonus. I mean, yes, the Cleaver works on it, and that's pretty good, but I want to think a little bit longer term, like to this point in the game. And now I can Cleaver up the Doom Traveler in a turn or two and kind of have a good thing going where we've got a long game, we've got the current game, and I think we can be in a good spot. All right, he's going to try to make this thing into a 3/3. We're going to allow that. I expect a block. He wants to get a 3/3 Village Cannibal going, which makes sense. But we've got other plans. No, you're not going to race us. Especially not after that draw. Wow. That was pretty good. Yeah. Tempting as it is, I think it's best to just take our value. Yeah, I think I'll use that ability. It only takes really one hit with a Cleaver on almost anything to get big value going. Cobbled Wings. Gonna give that guy flying? All right. And he's gonna leave it back. All right, well, here's a big turn for us. He could easily have Corpse Lunge here to kill something. So I think I'm just gonna use up all my mana here and moan. Because I've got an attack with Slayer anyway. And I don't want to get blown out tempo-wise. He's going to take it. That is the big downside to Butcher's Cleaver. is that it is a huge tempo hit. If they have a removal spell, you go to equip and then they just kill the thing. It's really brutal. Wow. Is this good against randomly flying village cannibals? Yeah, who needs the Butcher's Cleaver? We just jam with a squad here and put them on a one-turner. Not bad. Threat of Butcher's Cleaver, I think, got us pretty far here, too. All right, one more round until victory. Maybe.
Love playing Standard on Magic Online? Check out Academy's Standard Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds for Standard singles.
All right, we get to play first in the finals, which is nice. It's not a keep, though. And this is fine. Just one of those hands that's like, yeah, we got some spells, I guess. Not our best stuff. Some of our worst, in fact. But it's okay. Probably just going to run the torch out, I guess. Immediately rewarded. Uh-oh. Well, we have the cleaver side of this old stalker cleaver thing, so that's pretty good. I think I offer a trade here. I don't think he's going to take it. And if he does, I think I'll take that. No? All right. Cathar, go. That's not going to do anything. Oh, whew. All right, we can race that one. This is what you wanted, sir. This card plus this card were just the bane of everybody's existence in this format. It was one of the only flaws in the format that existed. They're both uncommon, so it's not like it happened all the time, but when it did, you were just miserable. All right, Deadweight, the Unruly Mob, don't care. Trepanation Blade, you're not racing me, man. So it goes until it hits a creature, right? Defending player until it reveals a land, right? Get this hit in. I mean, I'd rather develop my board, but hitting him for 5 with lifelink seems good. We're a little crimped on mana here. But a land would be great for Moan. If we don't hit a land, we go Silver Chase Fox Equip. Yeah, this card is not impressive, generally speaking. I wanted that land, though. Digging. Dare I say, desperately digging. Going to take another hit here from Elder Cathar unless he's got Swamp Deadweight. Armored Scob, Forbidden Alchemy. All right, or I guess Island, what's it called, would have worked too. Silent Departure. And those are the cards I don't want to see here, but let's go wide. Now we have a significant board presence that any one spell is going to have a really tough time dealing with. And I like that. right. Take that. More likely to see a spirit in blue. Still not super likely, though. Yeah, just run it. All right, land, 2 black spells, a Cathar, and a mob. Yeah, we can keep it. We probably get mob into Cathar, and if we get lucky, that would have been interesting. That, you know, there's also an argument for discarding Departed there, but I don't think we have the time. Yeah, play Priest. I've seen somebody do that though back in the day. They discarded Departed on their first draw, and then they just went like human. It was like, oh my god, it was pretty unbeatable. Oh, those are 2 of his better cards, I'm sure. Ooh, and we just draw the stones. I like that. I think we go. I want to use up my mana, but I want to get this Skursdag High Priest online, so that I can enter combat at the earliest convenience and actually get it active. I guess that's not really going to happen for a while. So if that's not going to happen for a while, let's just use up our mana. Other option is going Rats Unruly Mob. But this shores up the game a little better. Oh, Makeshift Mauler, that's pretty good. All right, well now we want the rats. Yeah, just stuck on mana, but it's not too bad. And we can start using this to tap this down anyway. And we've got the rats to block it for now. The High Priest is going to have to be sort of our late game action, I think. All right. I think I actually just want to start getting this going. Let's kind of think twice. He can flash back. A Forbidden Alchemy, he'll flash back at some point. But having hit these lands in a row is pretty nice because we're kind of marching our way up towards Dearly Departed, which is pretty good. And we can probably expect to actually hit something with Rig. This is one of those games where we're crimped on mana for a while. He's way ahead on mana, but like, actually he's only 1 ahead at this point, but he can hit another land drop here. But anyway, but when we finally draw out of it, we've got like our 2 strongest cards. All right, Fortress Crab. You did it. Torch. Torch is nice. You hold it. I'm not going to tap anything down anyway. So we got to save save the torch for a turn here, though, so that we can use it with the High Priest. Oh, he's tapping this mana fast. This could be bad. What is this? No, I'm just thinking twice. Okay. Oh, man. That's great for us. When we get to this mana, then we get to kill that and probably make a 5/5. Mausoleum Guard. Not a bad one to actually kill with this, but we don't really need to. We can just kill this. So let's see. Yeah, it makes something die no matter what. But we can do this all in his turn, I suppose. Yeah. So make a guard. I'm not going to tap down the zombie here yet. I can also equip this up and actually hit him, but I think just getting the Mausoleum Guard's better. And then, yeah, I don't think making a 5/5 now really does much. We are in position to value out. He's going to attack. I accept. It's fine. Cool, sure. And a rats. All right, I'm going to kill the rats. He's going to make it into a 2/2, but it still triggers Morbid. He's just going to let it happen. Whatever. Make a dude. Make him very big. All right. One land away from glory here. Definitely jamming with these two and probably with more. I really kind of want to get in there for 9. Probably want to attack with this. Yeah, I guess I can stay patient here. Because now nothing can die, basically, on his end of the spectrum. If he attacks with anything, I block it with rats and make a dude. He needs to find an answer to this. That's basically it. He needs to kill that. I'm going to tap the Stitch Jake down, though, just to not take incidental damage and also to clear the way for a potential attack next turn. That's a pretty good draw. Let's see what happens if I tap this down, or if I tap this down and then attack with the team. Not enough. I could probably kill him or come close, but not quite enough. So let's not. Let's do this. All right, he has given up. And we win. Sweet. So we managed to get there. Not the cleverest deck ever, but it had some cool synergies going, and it was pretty sweet. And I think it was the deck that our seat wanted us to draft, even if it wasn't spider spawning or something super fancy. Still, you got to be able to maneuver within a format like that, and I think we did. So if you guys want to send an email, you can do so, lr@lrcast.com. Of course, you can check out all of the LR happenings on the Limited Resources subreddit. It's on reddit.com/r/LRcast. You can find all of these links and more at lrcast.com. We'll see you guys next week.